What's up, you guys? We're glad you're back. And as you might have noticed, we've got a little bit different of a background today.
So that's because we're actually in the Best Choice office. So in case you didn't know, Best Choice is more than just me and Tabby. There's actually like a whole team. And so we decided we're gonna bring them on for like some backup today because we're gonna be talking about back to school stuff.
Right. We know there's going to be like a lot of mixed feelings about going back to school. Some of you guys are really excited, while others are like, oh my gosh, the end of summer, it's so sad. Or maybe you've been talking to someone like all summer and you're going to see them for the first time when you go back to school, all the feelings.
So you might be anticipating some relationship drama too. So in this video, we're going to get some advice from a few of the Best Choice team members that will hopefully prepare you a little bit more for the school year and make you feel a little bit more at ease.
And before we get into that, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also click the like so that we know that you're loving our content.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what am I saying?
Okay, so go ahead and introduce yourself, name, and how long you've been with Best Choice.
Hello everybody, I am Tracy. I've been with Best Choice since February, almost 6 months.
My name is Essence Robinson, and I have been with Best Choice for 4 years.
My name is Mr. J, aka Javon Jermaine John McClure Baker. I've been with Best Choice for, I want to say, since 2000, and so pretty much 12 years, basically.
My name is Sergeant Suze Ensroth, and I've been teaching for 6.5 years.
My name is Jaleesa. I've been with Best Choice for a year and 3 months now.
My name is Madronica. I go by Mrs. M in the classroom. I've been with Best Choice for almost 6 years now.
Okay, what is your favorite grade level to teach?
I love teaching 6th grade. They're young, they're kind of enthusiastic, and bring a lot of energy to the conversation. So,
My favorite grades, I have to say, are 6th grade and then high school, because it's like, no, there is an in between. But for me, it's let's go all the way. Let's start with things. So 6th grade or high school.
My favorite grade to teach would probably be high school, just because I love the conversation with the high schoolers, and the little kids, you know, they just get real crazy and stuff like that. You know, they make you want to jump kick them and stuff like that. So I like high school because of the conversation and people get serious, you know, and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, high school is my favorite.
My favorite grade to teach is probably the grade that laughs at all my jokes.
and everybody knows it in the office. My favorite grade to teach is the 7th grade, right?
I'll tell you this. I love teaching the entire program, but I have to say 6th grade is probably my favorite. The little guys, I love them.
Yes or no? Did you peak in high school?
No.
Yes. No. I'm still peeking. No.
Period.
Sports-wise?
However you want to take it. Sure, sports. Let's do that.
I think maybe if we're talking about sports, I probably peaked in high school. But social-wise, man, I still ain't peaked yet. I'm still in my prime. What you mean?
No, I peaked later in college, I would say, especially as an athlete. I was a little scrawny, so in college I got, bigger, stronger, all that kind of stuff, but it was too late.
I did not. In fact, if you look at high school pics, the glow up is real. So, well, I didn't at all.
I was peaking in high school. Okay, yeah.
All right, so first question is, what is one piece of relationship advice that you wish you knew in high school or college?
That's a good question. I wish I knew in high school that the relationship more than likely would end, so that I didn't get so wrapped up in that relationship. I think I found my whole identity in my high school relationship, thinking that we'll make it to marriage and then to children and a family, not knowing that we both were really learning ourselves. And although we really liked each other, it wasn't something that was going to be long term.
Specifically in high school, do not put your eggs in one basket. Like, cultivate the friendships that you have, because most likely they'll last a lot longer than the actual relationship. All these people still have their friendship. I'm like, I only talked to only one person from high school, and it could have been a lot more people. But yeah, it is what it is. I learned my lesson.
The importance of knowing your own value. Because once you know how valuable you are, and that value isn't defined by the people who like you, the people who accept you, the relationships that you're in, once you've established what your value is for yourself, you won't take anything less than that. Save yourself a lot of time. So that's what I wish I had known in high school.
Make sure that you know yourself and know your boundaries before you get into any serious relationship, because the person that you're with might be persuading you in certain ways to do things you wouldn't be normally comfortable with. So if you like a person a lot, sometimes you're willing to kind of, push those boundaries because you like them so much, but that's not the right time to be doing it. So think about your boundaries and stick with them.
Well, first of all, it's always nerve-wracking to see your crush, the person you like. That is totally natural. But think about it, you've already been talking, snapping, chatting. So obviously you have a lot in common, and it's been all summer long. So they enjoy your company or, enjoy getting to know you. So the thing about that, when you see them in person, how to get through the awkwardness and the weirdness is to be the aggressor. Literally, you gotta be courageous. Go up and say, hey, how you doing? When you do that, you're showing that you're confident, you know who you are, and that's gonna cut through all the awkwardness, and really it's gonna set them at ease. And think, wow, okay, so let's pick up where we left off.
At the end of the day, if that person really liked you, you're gonna notice that right away. And if not, if it was just like a Snapchat thing or like a social media thing, your feelings for them are not reciprocated, move on. You know what I mean? But yeah, just make sure that first day you looking like a snap.
So what would your advice be for someone who's starting at a new school, maybe a new high school, college, or they're transferring?
Everybody's new at something, and so the way to get through that is to get to know as many people as possible. You're gonna have to get out your comfort zone. One thing I suggest is when in your classes, get to know 1 or 2 new people. So when you're in the hallway, you can say hi to people and then join some clubs, because especially a club that you're interested in, you get to know people who have the same interests. And when you go to the cafeteria, you're gonna know some of the people from your classroom, but you're gonna have to get out your comfort zone. You're gonna have to be the one that's bold and courageous and say, hi, I'm such and such. And just tell them that you're new. And so guess what? People are sympathetic to new people, especially if you're friendly.
So I'd say if you're getting ready to go to college, I would definitely take advantage of the opportunities of going to different events, maybe one that's held by your dorm or maybe different events by sororities or fraternities, because most likely you're jumping into a whole new pool of people. You're about to go into adulthood, so this whole thing is different. Even if you're an introvert, I'm not saying go to the event and be all up in somebody's face, but there are enough outgoing people out there that will approach you. And then if I really think about it, majority of my friendships, if I look back, I don't know when they started, but I know it took me getting out of my college dorm.
So I would say just, don't close yourself off to people. And if people are trying to be friendly and make friends with you, don't shut them out just because you don't necessarily think you get along with them. Be open to anything. And just kind of put yourself out there. Don't recluse yourself into your room or go home every weekend like I did, but just be present and be there. It's a new experience and it's only for a short time.
What would be your advice to someone who maybe had a summer fling or a relationship for the summer but actually wants to end it when the school year starts?
I think that whenever you're in high school relationships, this is the time to really kind of think and figure out what type of person you like, how you want to be treated, how you want to treat that person. And if those things are not met in the summertime, which summertime is one of the super cool times because your time together is intentional, where when you're in school, you kind of got to be around each other anyway. If your motive for getting out of the relationship is one of those things, maybe it just wasn't good in the summer, maybe you experienced it and it's like, yeah, no, when I get into school I want to kind of take it serious and this person might be like wasting my time. I think you're totally justified in that, but if you were just using that person for fun during the summer, then you're probably wrong for that. You need to go and just buy that person some lunch food at the cafeteria and then just ask for forgiveness or something like that. But yeah,
if there's something or relationship or summer fling that you want to end, that's totally fine. If you decided for yourself, hey, I want to just enjoy my school year, I don't want to be in a relationship with that particular person, cool. But communication is key. Sometimes we stray away from those tough conversations because we're afraid of how the other person may feel. But the reality is we string them along with this fake idea of a relationship or whatever you may be in. All it does is hurt them more. So of course, check your tone and how you deliver it. Don't shoot them a text message or an email or a DM. Make sure that you have that conversation face to face, whether it be FaceTime, whether it be in person, but you want to give them that much respect. So properly communicate what your feelings and expectations are so that person is aware as well.
Tell us something you learned from a high school or college relationship or even friendship.
So if I could go back and talk to myself, the high school self, I would say, Suze, make better choices when it comes to alcohol. Alcohol can can alter your decision making. And so with relationships specifically and alcohol involved, you can start making really bad choices that you would not do if you were sober. Regretful decisions. If I talk to myself from the past, that's what I would tell myself is make better choices, especially when it comes to like alcohol and relationships. Don't mix those things together because it's not authentic anymore.
I spent too much time not knowing who I was and identifying with that relationship. So I found my identity as a girlfriend. I found my identity as that person's significant other. I really didn't know who Madronica was. And so once I learned who Madronica was, I was able to understand that I really didn't need those relationships to help identify me rather. And so I am now in a marriage that I know who I am. I know what I want. I know how I like love shown. I know my expectations. And so knowing who you are is very important. So learning more about yourself and spending time, just finding out the things that you care about and things like that is something that I was able to learn later on that I wish I would have known. But I learned those from being in those 2 long-term relationships in high school and in college.
Okay, thanks you guys for watching, and let us know in the comments who your favorite educator was. I mean, it's not a competition, but we just kind of want to know.
And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.